this question comes up here because uh, attorneys work on retainer. Sometimes we'll take like a $5,000 retainer up
Yep.
front, and how they take that as income is determined by what method of accounting they're using. If they're using cash
True.
or accrual.
Right. No, you're right there. So when you're dealing with the IELTS and the trust accounting, obviously they don't need to be capturing that into their side. I mean, they still got to capture it that they've gotten a retainer, it's been deposited into the trust, but it doesn't get counted into theirs to like to their operating or till we don't consider we monitor it where it's in the trust, but then we also make sure that when it moves over, that it's being done appropriately at the appropriate time, like, they finished the case or they've, depending on the case. When I think of personal injury attorneys, those particular attorneys, they're usually doing it at the end of the case when
Hmm.
there's a settlement. So that's, again, that one can be a little bit more cash basis because it's happening at that moment. Do you see what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And they're not, they're not having to wait on retainers, things like that, but the money still moves in and out through the IOLTA account. Whereas other attorneys, they might be getting a retainer up front and then they sort of work on the case, and cases can take anywhere from a week to
Hmm.
months or even years, right? And depending on their situation, those they're going to have to probably work more on the accrual basis because
Hmm.
as while there might have, some get a big lump sum at the beginning and it's put into the trust account, and then it
Hmm.
moves over as they're completing work. Um, so they have to kind of keep an eye on and show documentation each time they're completing the
Hmm.
work so that they can then be appropriately paid from that trust. And so as part of that, that's to me is part of the accrual because you want to then create the
Hmm.
invoices for the work that's being completed as it's done.